The Kirwin Commission is a body of people that were tasked with creating recommendations to rewrite Maryland's fair student funding formula, as well as determine sort of what priorities our schools in this state should have. The state of Maryland has a constitutional obligation to provide an adequate education to every child in our state, and I would say that we are failing to live up to that currently.
My name is Joseph Kane. I live in Edna Gardens Lakeside. I have 4 children in Baltimore City Public Schools, and I'm running for City Council in Baltimore City's 14th District.
The City of Baltimore is doing everything that we can to provide an excellent education to our kids. So that means advocating in Annapolis around Kirwin. That means fighting tooth and nail for more funding for our schools from the city budget. And it also means holding our schools accountable to providing good outcomes to kids.
We talk about Baltimore City schools being a place that need help. It's not enough to just get new teachers in the schools. It's not enough to just have brand new buildings. We need to make solid investments in the communities that surround the schools. If we don't make those investments, then we're not going to see the changes or effect that we want to see in our schools.
There are schools that really struggle. A lot of it to do with the physical conditions of the buildings. We have the oldest schools in the state of Maryland. There's been tremendous underfunding and disinvestment from capital projects.
So for me, being a parent and being an advocate for parents, other parents having ownership, for me, the first step I would do with all that with unlimited money, I would really invest in parents and families. We tend to overlook them in the process of how do we create better schools? I would turn that money around and invest in families.
So facilities, school construction, money for Kirwin, that's what I've been working on in the last few weeks. And I want to thank you all once again for electing me to represent you. We'll keep on working this next 4 weeks.
The school I taught in, despite having some really good educators, physically resembled a prison. And I think when a school looks like a jail, it sends a very clear message to kids about what their worth is.
Baltimore City faces historical systemic issues as far as lead paint poisoning, drug epidemic, the public health is not well. So if we need to address those things as we look at what's wrong with Baltimore City schools, we have to look at it in a more a holistic manner of how do we get here and how do we address those systemic issues that really plague our schools, not just our city but our schools as well.
So I just want to say that the Kirwin Commission bill, we heard it today. The Senate has it, and I think they're going to move it first. We have set aside in the budget $320 million, which is what the Kirwin Commission recommended, and we also have in there $500 million for school construction. And I want you to know that we have carved out another $400 million of state resources for Baltimore City schools to build and renovate.